Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me something.
And first of all, I want all the smoke. I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard or anything like that.
I don't whistle when I walk by the graveyard. Right. I like that. Hey, man, I'm stealing that one.
The Lakers are doing great. Got a long way to go. But the reason the season's been going great for the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Y'all just want to talk about the Warriors and the Lakers. They're both doing great. Don't get me wrong. If I turn out to be wrong, I got no problem with that. The Cleveland Cavaliers have won 12 straight games. The Oklahoma City got the MVP, and they are on fire. Y'all are talking about who's in second place. That's the reason I get pissed. Hey, the Lakers are doing great. I don't mind being wrong. The Warriors are doing great. But Oklahoma City and the Cavs been balling for 6 months. Y'all talking about teams that had two great weeks.
Damian Lillard scoring 22 points for Milwaukee tonight, doing everything in his power to will his team keep it close. Giannis Antetokounmpo, another 30-point game for number 34. But it was just too much from this Cleveland Cavaliers offense, most efficient offense in the NBA. Sharpshooting Max Strus with 17 points to lead the way for Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell chipping in with 15. The balance of these Cavs, a big storyline in this game. 7 different Cavs with at least 9 points. From the Group offices, one call. That's all sports desk. Stephen Watson along with Marcus Johnson just wrapped up calling this game. And for the first time since the 2008-2009 season, the Cavs have swept the Milwaukee Bucks in a 4-game regular season series. And they look every bit of the best team in the NBA, Marcus.
They're good. They're good. They're balanced. The thing I like about them, Stephen, is that they're bench guys, Merrill, Ty Jerome. What they do, they play great offense, great shooters, both over 40% from the three-point line. But then defensively, man, they get in you. They force turnovers, deflections, all those things that you need to be a top 7 defense in the league. And that's the thing that impresses me the most, the balance at both ends of the floor. They're good.
They're the first team since the Warriors in 2015-16 to lead the NBA in 2-point field goal percentage and 3-point field goal percentage in the same season. And that 3-point field goal percentage was on display tonight inside Fiserv Forum. The Cavs 19 of 47 from deep, 40% from the field. Our Habish and Rotier numbers in that.
Well, plus 30 from the three-point line for this game is just too much to overcome for the Bucks. You compound that with the fact that the bench for the Cavs up for the Bucks bench 39-9. A lot of those are three-point shots. And then their penetration. We talked about it in the pregame show at the point of attack. Keeping this team out of the paint. The Bucks didn't do a good job of that. The defense collapses. All of a sudden, you got wide open threes for Merrill and for Ty Jerome and for Dean Wade. And that's kind of all she wrote tonight.
Yeah, and against the best team in the NBA, you can't afford to play sloppy basketball. And you mentioned their defense. They're a top 7 defense in the NBA efficiency-wise right now. But 18 turnovers leading to 17 points for the Cavs defense.
Yeah, and they did a nice job. But again, a lot of times it was the bench unit right there. You're looking at Ty Jerome, able to get a piece of the basketball, disrupt Kyle Kuzma, force him into a turnover, some bad passing decisions. They come at you with great length, so they're able to get a lot of deflections, come up with a lot of steals in the process. So, again, a very well-coached basketball team, very scrappy basketball team that they believe that they're the best team in the Eastern Conference right now, and they're playing like it. So, and then, you couple that with the second night of a back-to-back, a tough comeback against the Orlando Magic last night for the Bucks. And that's why you would have liked to have gotten that game, because you knew coming in tonight it was going to be a tough uphill climb to beat these Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, Marcus, there were 4 different instances in the second half where the Bucks were able to get it within 5 points. This is how long those moments lasted. 48 seconds, 7 seconds, 12 seconds, and 19 seconds.
That's what I love about you. You always come up with those kind of stats that make a lot of sense. And that tells you how good this basketball team is. They didn't go on a big run. I remember Dave Kane talking about it. Then all of a sudden 13-0. They go on a run to kind of spread things out and make it too difficult for the Bucks to come back. But that's what good teams do. They were 1.6 for 20, I believe, the Cavs in the third quarter, but we could never, ever overtake them and take a lead, even though they weren't able to knock down shots consistently. And with a great team like this, the way they're playing, the kind of confidence they have, the window of opportunities to win a game like this are really small, and the Bucks just didn't have what it takes to pull it off.
Yeah, they just couldn't have that response that we saw from Cleveland. So you look big picture for the Milwaukee Bucks. Doesn't get much easier when you look at their schedule moving forward. They're in a stretch right now, Marcus, of 10 consecutive games against teams with winning records. They go to Indiana on Tuesday, then welcome the Lakers, then back to Indiana, and then OKC back in the building. where do you feel like the Bucks stand right now as you look at this schedule and what's in front of them?
It's a difficult road to hoe right now, Stephen. I mean, this is as tough a schedule as it gets right now in terms of how teams are playing. The Lakers, they've been on fire. Golden State with Jimmy Butler, and we got them coming up on the road. The Pacers right now breathing down our necks. We may be tied for that fourth spot in the Eastern Conference and home court advantage. So you got teams playing for something, teams playing well this time of the year. Iron sharpens iron. You want to see what you're made of? Well, you're going to get a chance to over these next couple of weeks.
Yeah, Bucks currently 4th in the Eastern Conference standings, which would mean a date with the Cavaliers in the second round. And it was a tough regular season series for them against Cleveland. We'll see what type of improvements they can make over the final couple of weeks of the season. Marcus Johnson, appreciate you as always for joining us here on Bucks Live. We have more to come here on FanDuel Sports Network. Another 30-point game for Giannis Antetokounmpo. 112-100 the final tonight in downtown Milwaukee as the Cavs take down the Milwaukee Bucks and sweep them in the regular season series. Our Menards big money moment is the balanced attack we saw from the top scoring offense in the NBA. How about 8 different guys scoring at least 9 points? Max Strus leading the way with 17 points. He was 5 for 9 from 3. As the Cavaliers hit 19 threes in this game. From the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk, Stephen Watson here with you on Bucks Live. And Giannis Antetokounmpo, another opportunity for us to talk about a milestone that he achieved in the NBA. He moves into the top 50 all-time scoring here tonight inside Fiserv Forum. He had just 2 points coming in. He finishes the game with 30 points. That's now 3 consecutive games for Giannis that he has scored 30 or more points. And he was everything offensively for Milwaukee, trying to will them into this game and back into this game as they trailed by as many as 15 points in the first half, ended up losing this game by 12. But Giannis was great all around the rim, as we've seen so often this season. 13-24 from the field, 9 rebounds to go along with it. He's made 13 or more field goals in 3 consecutive games for Milwaukee. And here you see points in his career tonight, moving into the 50th spot all-time in NBA history. And we'll just add another one to Giannis's list, and it continues to grow. It feels like game by game, we are all witnesses to the greatness of number 34. More to come here on Bucks Live, presented by Freighter and the Medical College of Wisconsin. Doc Rivers going to talk about a tough one to the Cavs next. Bucks dropped both of their back-to-back here over the weekend at Fiserv Forum tonight. 112-100 the final to the Cleveland Cavaliers as they sweep the Bucks in a 4-game regular season series. Now Milwaukee, 2 of the next 3 coming against the Indiana Pacers beginning Tuesday night as they take on Pascal Siakam, Tyrese Halliburton, and company. Siakam averaging just under 21 points per game this year, but the Bucks are 2-0 against the Pacers so far in their regular season series. Back on December 31st, their last win coming on New Year's Eve, the Bucks overcame a 19-point deficit to pick up a 2-0 series lead. Doc Rivers, we're going to hear from the Bucks head coach on the other side as Bucks Live rolls on.
Just 17 assists tonight. I think second lowest total for you guys in the game this season. Just what did you see that kind of led?
It's back-to-back nights. You know, I thought the difference in the two teams' trust ball movement was visual. You know, we've had it. We've lost it the last couple of games, and we got to get it back.
That ball movement, getting something on the second side, how do you, I guess, get more of it? How do you create something?
We've done it all year, so it's not like we need to recreate anything. We just need to do it through our offense. Our offense has done it. It's not like it'd be one thing if you were saying, man, your offense hasn't done it all year. We have done it all year. For whatever reason, and it could be being too competitive at times. Guy gets it, thinks he can beat the guy, the ball stops. But I just don't know. I do know you don't win when the ball stops. I don't care what team it is. Ball movement, trust, it uplifts your entire team. And I just didn't think we did that tonight. You know, I didn't see our threes. We had 31 threes. We did miss a lot of good shots, you know, and it seems like they made every one they got. But I do think when you move the ball more, those shots become easier for those guys taking them. They go so long in between touching the ball, I think it's very difficult to make a shot.
I know we had talked about fourth quarter offense a week or two ago. I think it's 11 fourth quarter points before you bring the reserves in.
Yeah.
Just what did you see maybe in that fourth quarter that was such a struggle?
Same thing, though. I thought after the first quarter, we didn't play good. It had nothing to do with the fourth quarter. In the second quarter, we scored 20 points. So I thought from when we subbed in with the second unit and they stopped moving the ball, we never got our rhythm back. I thought we lost our rhythm from that point on.
With the Cavs ball movement, how were they able to put you guys into defensive rotations?
Just by that, beating us. I thought they beat us off the dribble early. Honestly, I look at the game, guys, and they scored a bunch down the stretch, but defensively, we were good enough to win the game. Offensively, we were not good enough to win the game. Loose ball-wise, offensively, we were not good enough. I thought just standard defense, we did enough to win the game. We didn't do anything else enough to win the game tonight.
This next month was always going to be a tough stretch for you guys.
Yeah.
Just what do you want to see from your team when you're going
Just one game. I'm not looking at the month as a whole. Obviously we want health as much as we can. We just got to keep building with the new guys to get them acclimated. And we got to be consistent in the way we play. Every time we play right, it's hard to beat us. And every time we don't, anyone can beat us. And we go back and forth too much.
All right, that's head coach Doc Rivers. He talked about the shooting struggles. The Bucks just 9 for 31 from three. That's 29% in this game. And with this loss, the Bucks are now 0-9 against the top three teams in the Eastern Conference. 0-4 against the Cavs, 0-3 against the Celtics, 0-2 against the Knicks. And the Knicks, one of those teams that are in that tough stretch that's upcoming for the Milwaukee Bucks. An opportunity to bounce back on Tuesday night against the Indiana Pacers. Another milestone night for Milwaukee's greatest showman as Giannis Antetokounmpo moves into the top 50 all-time scoring. But the top offense in the NBA with the final laugh in this game is 8 different Cavs with at least 9 points as they win 112-100. We'll see you back here on FanDuel Sports Network next weekend.